Hey guys, welcome to Life with Love. This is your girl Love. We are back with another video here on the channel. I wanted to stop over today and do a quick review. If you guys are new to the channel, hi. I am as animated as I appear. Yes ma'am. Yes sir. Yes ma'am. I am back with a fragrance video for you guys today. Over here on the channel, we talk about lifestyle with some fragrance wrapped in there between. If that seems like something you're interested in, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on the notification bell. Okay? Today, so I got a new fragrance in a decant and I wanted to come on and talk about it. I have been waiting for it because I made a mistake last month and ordered a fragrance that I already had. Didn't realize that I had done that. So that has gone on to grandma. So you guys will hear me talk about my grandmother a lot on the channel. She is very important to me and she is probably the funniest person in my life. If you guys have any questions about the earrings, you can leave them in the comment section below and I will, they're $5. I will contact you if you leave me a comment in the comment section below. And if you guys have a question about my glasses, they come in 3 colors. I believe the previous video I had on black, I think, and then these are the white, and then they come in red. So I will link them in the description box below, but they're over on lovedavis.com under the chic shop. So what are we talking about here today, friends? Today we are diving into the brand of Tiziana Terenzi, and I am super duper excited about that. Now I am 100% totally going to butcher the name. This is not going to be a long video. I have two, so I've heard about Tiziana Terenzi. I know there are a lot of girls here on YouTube that are talking about the brand, and it's on my list of brands to dive into for 2021. I have about 5 or 6 companies that I've been diving into. And Tiziana Terenzi is our newest brand that I wanted to dive into. I think we have 2 more left of the year to get into, so they are coming soon. But I really wanted to spend some time with Tiziana Terenzi, and I was able to get my hands on a decant of this particular one first. I feel like, let me say off the bat that this brand totally reminds me of like the Tom Ford brand. The fragrance and all as well, but it reminds me of how multi-leveled the fragrances are, the notes that are stacked on top of each other. It reminds me of how complex the fragrance is. There are a lot of notes in this fragrance, like a lot, such a Tom Ford thing. So it kind of puts me in mind of that. So if that helps you decide whether or not this is a brand you're going to love, just know that if there are a few Tom Fords that you love, then there'll probably be a few Tiziana Terenzis that you'd love as well. I had my eyes set on 2. This was a 3rd one that I wasn't even trying to see about, but it happened that way first. And so I am not disappointed. So I joined a premium subscription club. So I get the 10, it's either 8, some months it's 8, or it's either 8 or 10 mil decants. And so I did get a decant of this. Listen, the best way to dive into a brand is to do decants. Do not stress yourself out trying to buy a bunch of bottles. I will definitely be purchasing a full bottle of this because I'm going to wear this, and we are going to start. So this is, I'm going to butcher this like nobody's business, and let me see if it'll focus. Can you stop focusing on me though? So this is Tiziana Terenzi's Maremma or Maremma. Maremma or Maremma. Let's just say Maremma. Okay? I'm just going to say Maremma. That's it. I don't know if I'm spelling it right. I'm pretty sure somebody's going to correct me in the description box below. I mean, in the comment section below. I'm good with it. It is an 8 mil. This is 8 mils. And this is an extrait de Perfume. So this is an extrait de Parfum, which, if I'm not mistaken, is like a pure, more concentrated amount of perfume and note in here. The extrait is more a concentrated version. So this is definitely a strong one, but it's a good strong one. It is, let me let you see it again in case you guys can see the name. Okay, so as you can see, I have a 8 mil decant. And super excited about this because I'm definitely going to use it. Now, it is a little heavy for the season that we're in. So for spring, summer, it is definitely a little heavy. However, it is great for night. I feel like if I have at least this much exposed, you do not need a couple of puffs a couple of sprays go a long way. So I would definitely, I don't even need it on both sides. I would do it here, I would do it here, and that would be it. That will last you all day. This fragrance lasted me for about 15 hours, maybe 12. Maybe 12, but I want to say it was 15. And I went to the gym. So it was on through all of that. So it is an all-day fragrance. And it was great. The sillage, and I could still smell it. It didn't become a skin scent until later. Like after 10 hours, it became a skin scent. And it just reminds me of, it's just a really long-lasting, powerful perfume. So this supposedly is 180 sprays, or 100 and, no, how many sprays is this? This is supposedly 120 sprays. So 120 sprays is pretty much going to last me for the rest of this year. But I will be purchasing a full bottle of this because it's definitely worth being on your nightstand or being in your fragrance wardrobe. I strongly agree upon that. So let's talk about what's in the juice. As you can see, this is what the juice looks like. And usually the golden ones are the ones that have like strong ingredients in it. And I'm not going to go through all of the fragrance notes because there's so many that you're going to be a little overwhelmed. And I think that they purposely now are just putting 3 to 5 fragrance notes for people to just be able to pull in some fragrance, to pull in some of the essence of the fragrance, enough for you to definitely feel like, okay, I understand this fragrance. I know how it's going to fit in my life. This is for me a nighttime, definitely a date night, or it can just be a nighttime perfume. During the day, this is going to last way too long. The fear with night is that if it's not early enough, this is going to last over, even after your shower, in your skin a little bit longer. So depending on how late night you want to have it. So if you're doing something at 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock, I would say safely wear it. Anything after that, you're going to experience it overnight. And so just know that you're probably going to have to wear it again the next day. Hopefully that gives you an idea of the longevity of the perfume. Now, it's unisex. It's both male and female. I have yet to find a unisex that works for both of us, because usually it's too strong for him. And I love like that kind of, I love having a few of those androgynous unisex. I like the word androgynous, but those androgynous unisex scents, I love having a couple of them, but sometimes it could be a little too strong for your partner. Just know that up front. So it is a unisex fragrance. It came out in 2013, but I want to give you some of the notes that I can pull out from it. So it dries down to, first of all, it's a floral musky. Let me get that right. It's a floral woody musk scent is what it is. So as it dries down, you kind of get those 3 categories. So the floral is what you kind of pull in first, but there's a little bit of oak at the top. So there's kind of like that musk that pulls through all 3 layers. And you really don't get that musk until you get deep into the dry down. And that happens hours later. So I can tell you what's prevalent for me. Well, in the top of it, you've got jasmine, you've got the black currant in there, and there's a little bit of citrus, but the citrus is so light that it almost gets overpowered, but it does add a little bit of brightness when you first spray it. And then it starts to pull in, you get a little bit of that honey, and that's when it starts, that's where that licorice kind of feel or smell comes through. And there's oud. There's oud in here, the argarwood. So that's when it gets a little heavy, and I think that that's what makes the staying power last as long as it does. And then, of course, in the base notes, you've got vanilla. I'm sorry, you don't have vanilla. You've got patchouli. You've got sandalwood. There's the cacao, and then there is rosewood. Maybe that's what pulls in the wood, but I'm telling you, that oak kind of comes through. That scent, it's almost like the oak pulls through, and it comes on through, and then the oud comes through. The honey brings in the sweet. The cumin brings in the spicy. It's got a little bit of everything. There's a hint of citrus in the beginning, but it doesn't last and stay around too long. And then it kind of comes down into the woods, like the sandalwood again. And there's a rosewood in there. And of course the patchouli with the cacao, which is where it gets a little bit of the depth from. So it is a good unisex, but it depends on how unisex you want to go. It is a good, strong perfume on its own. It's definitely, to me, a boss girl scent, period. But I feel like I wouldn't want this all in my clothing. So I'm now kind of funny about a lot of fragrances sitting in my clothing. I prefer to have them sitting on my skin And so I think I have flipped my fragrance preferences a little bit, and that I like a little bit of the lighter fragrances in the wintertime, only because when blended, they all blend together well. You start putting heavier fragrances on your clothing and it lasts way too long. So for me, especially with experimenting and trying and having and growing a collection, it's a tough call. So you know, I like the deeper, heavier scents, but it is definitely a fall winter scent, but a good night spring summer scent, since that's the season that we're in, and I'm definitely going to wear and participate in it. So that is it for me. Let me know if you guys have any experience with it. Let me know how you guys felt about it in the comment section below. Again, this is the first of Tiziana Terenzi's that I have experienced. There is, I'm definitely looking for, I think it's Cassiopeia that was the first one that came up on my radar, and that was from years ago, like watching someone's video about like the amount of the type of perfumes that they have, and it was just such a cute little white bottle, and I'm like, oh, that seems like it smells good. And of course it's sold at Saks, which is my favorite department store. So I was just like, you know what, maybe we'll dive into it a little bit. So anyway, that's it for the video. I will see you guys in another review. Until then, give this video a thumbs up, turn on your notifications, and make sure you subscribe.